Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top-notch hoes get the most, not the lesser.
Over the next year, I need to transform myself into a better runner, a better athlete, and get leaner and get stronger. So in this video, we're gonna go over my week of run training, but also this insane mountain bike trail on really technical terrain that was over 30 miles with massive hill climbs and big rocks. Let's just say it ended up not going as well as we hoped.
I don't remember asking.
I'm Jay, I'm a registered nurse, and my first marathon was 3:28. I'm now on a mission to go sub 3, but that takes a lot of work. I haven't really been running since my marathon years ago, so I need to get my butt back into running shape. So let's jump in.
You bow down to me, you go down for me, you lay down and do the time for me. Sorry boo, yeah I lied to you, but don't you lie to me. Big LeCoy, the finesse kid, but who hides me? Told the doctor I'ma help the kid.
Today is a day off from work, but it's also a day off from training. So today we're cross-trained. Started the day with a little parallel cardio with my left hand. Not funny, not funny. If I have the luxury of a day off and it being an active recovery day, I love to start the morning off with like an hour walk. In order to hit these upcoming goals for me, I have to be extremely deliberate with what I do with my time. And in the last video, I kind of outlined my next crucial steps I need to follow in order to make this happen. From tracking my weight every day, counting my macros, doing everything I can to shed fat, but also keep all the muscle that I can. And this level of precision in, what I eat versus what I don't eat, and also how I spend my time is what ultimately is very key into reaching my goal. And this can carry over into any type of goal that you have.
Should be drinking no lean, I'm already half dead. Give a fuck, I'm a gangsta, I'm
Threshold runs. So first I'm going to do a dynamic warm-up in this park here. A 20-minute easy run, then we'll do about another 20 minutes or so of threshold, 20 minutes easy again for a total of about 60 minutes of work. I'm at this beautiful location in Excelsior on Lake Minnetonka. Beautiful place to run. I love it. I love making my runs an adventure, trying out new spots, new trails. This so far has been one of my favorite spots to run. I did 20 minutes easy out and back. Took like a minute or two water break. So I did 20 minutes easy, hit a quick water break, and then we're gonna do 20 at threshold. I started the 20 minutes hard, although I really started this second interval pretty easy. The first 5 minutes were pretty similar to my easy pace. But then the last 15 minutes, I did step it up quite a bit. One of my fastest miles in that interval time was like 5 minutes and some change. So I actually went pretty fast during that time. And it was super fun just exploring the city, flying by people. It's so fun to do that. And then the last 20, I took really slow and easy. The route I took this time was really hilly, so I kind of wish I didn't do that. Then on Tuesday, I had a 1:45 to 8 p.m. shift to close out the night. Time for my shift. Got my compression socks on. I always wear compression socks when I work, especially after running. That was a super crazy shift. You didn't know I work urgent care as an RN, and this kid comes in, dad's freaking out, just says, kid can't breathe. We take him back, get some oxygen on him. Our duo neb do everything that we can in urgent care, really. About 5 minutes in of like trying to help this kid out, the power goes out. There's no generators. I had my watch's flashlight on, which is like that. It's kind of cool. And then we had our phone flashlights on, but kind of a scary scenario as we're waiting for the ambulance to come pick this kid up. And now I gotta wake up and work at 12 tomorrow. Wednesday, I worked at 12. I ain't doing shit. Wednesday was a rest day. Thursday, we are back at the track. We are back in action.
I had a little off. Yeah, I had to cut a bill off.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love track workouts, man. This workout was 10 by 400 meter repeats. Absolutely horrible. It's the worst distance you can run. 400 meter repeats absolutely blow. Between each, I gave myself 3 minutes of rest. Those 400 meters are tough, bro. I have already started to notice that some of my track workouts are getting a little easier and I am getting a little faster. We're early into the progress, so it's exciting to see it. you know, get a little bit of early feedback, and it feels nice. So I did a little mobility routine workout after that when I back from the track, and then I had another 1:45 to 8 o'clock shift. Those are not normal shifts for me. I had some trades and pickups and stuff. That's the life of a nurse. Your schedules get mixed up a lot. So, and good morning, it's Friday. I started out Friday with a monster lift. We just got a lot of big movements in. It's a full body lift. And then I did an hour easy on the treadmill. When you have a track workout the day before, running the next day is way harder than it should be. Your legs aren't going to feel very good. I decided to do it on the treadmill because sometimes I like the distraction of watching like YouTube videos or podcasts while I run. Sometimes on those easy runs, I just like to use the treadmill.
All about how they want me to lose, but I'm W, due for a win.
Saturday morning. Technically was supposed to be an easy run day. I woke up around 4 a.m. and got myself ready to go drive 4 hours up north to this 30-mile mountain bike trail that my psycho friends had this grand idea of doing. I've never done it. Ready for the race, Thomas?
So ready to race. This is my luck. We choose a random day in fall shoulder season.
That's crazy. Say something cool. What are you about to do?
About to do the Jackpot Mountain Trail. It's 36 miles. We're gonna lose a lot of calories and sweat.
And sweat.
That's it.
You know, to me in my head, I'm like 30 miles on a bike. It's tough, but it's not tough, right? I feel like almost anybody can go and just bike 30 miles. Might not be super fast, but it's doable. This is a way different experience than you could imagine. First, this trail is a really difficult trail for multiple reasons. First, it's a out and back trail, which isn't very common for mountain bike trails. Usually they're loops, like 16 miles out, 60 miles back, and it starts in Tofty, ends in Lucin. But we start climbing this trail, and I immediately know that this is gonna be harder than I thought. The trail is riddled with rocks. It's very quick and steep climbs, which if you've ever mountain biked, those are like short sprints and they're really difficult. You go really slow when you're going uphill on a bike. And then of course that means fast downhills, but I'm just thinking to myself, we're only a couple miles in. I gotta do this for 30 miles. Like I kind of knew early that this was gonna be more trouble than I thought. Still, we're cruising, we're killing it, ripping the trails up. And then all of a sudden around 5 miles in, I kind of felt my back tire felt a little weird and I pressed it. And all of a sudden I look back and my tire was just flat. I mean, it was, there was no air left. He looked over the tire. I don't think I actually got a flat tire. I think the tube just got a pinch flat, which sometimes happens when there's tough rocks. I myself didn't have a spare tube. Another dumb thing. I should have a spare tube on when we're going 30 miles. But luckily, I asked this dude for a hand pump as he was biking by. These were guys that, you know, taught mountain bike classes and everything, so they were very prepared. They had everything. They took their time and helped me get my tire pumped up. Super grateful for that. So we're back on the trail. We're back in action, killing it. When we got to the halfway point, I can't even tell you, I wanted to quit so freaking bad. Halfway, let's go. You got another 16 and a half miles. And I've always felt like someone who is really mentally tough with like endurance stuff, but I wanted to quit really freaking bad. We were only at the halfway point, but my wrists and my hands were already swollen, and they're so painful because when you're riding your mountain bike, when you're hitting big rocks, it's like little car crashes. That probably looks really funny on camera. Anyways, it could be really painful, you know, especially after like 15 miles, you're probably like, okay, I'm good. My grip was already going. I was already cramping a little bit. This is only halfway. Took a little break and turned around, got our shit going. As we moved along, I just kept thinking to myself, like, the human body, we are so much more capable than you could ever dream. Our minds just love sitting in comfort. We love routine. We want to never try new things, never push our bodies too hard. But to build yourself into who you want to become, we have to step outside and try these hard challenges. I want you to think to yourself, what's one action you could take today to push yourself closer to your goal? And the second lesson is surround yourself with people who challenge you beyond your limits. If they weren't there, I probably would have quit at the halfway point. 30.65 miles, and we are almost dead.
It's placebo. It's still something better to do than placebo. It sounds like you're coming.
As we entered the parking lot where we started, I almost felt emotion. It's like that feeling after you conquer your first marathon. It almost gives me goosebumps right now. It's this thrilling experience. You get this overwhelming sense of joy, this thrill, getting over your mind wanting to quit, pushing yourself past the point where you wanted to quit.
Oh man, Jesus.
We ended up finding the dispersed campsite where we threw together a fire. We made some bomb homemade chili. Wow, that hit the spot after a day like that.
I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
I slept in my Jeep, which of course meant horrible sleep. Here's a sleeping arrangement. I won't be doing that again. I drove home early on Sunday morning, that 4 hours back home, and I kind of just sat my ass on the couch and rotted away, watching the Vikings, watching football. And obviously this week was a lot different than my typical running week because what I did with that mountain bike. I'm not gonna do that every weekend, obviously, but that long, grueling mountain bike was a mental battle, and a lot of running is pure mental. You gotta grow your mind. Forcing the mind to grow and do hard things, you grow that anterior mid-cingulate cortex. I think doing this hard challenge is gonna carry over to me performing better in my runs as well. No matter what battle you're facing, it's freaking time to go to war. You know, summer's over. It's time to get better over winter. We're gonna have our winter arc here. We're gonna get better. Take action on whatever the fuck you're trying to do with your life. Stop wasting your moments. What action are you taking today? What do you want? Your next action is to watch this video right here because YouTube says you're gonna like it and probably this one too. Thanks, bucko. Subscribe.